Hey Cookaholics, I'm Chef Kendra and today we're making Jamaican patties. We're also gonna make a really hot sauce. Now you can make this hot sauce milder. That's totally up to you. So let's do what we do and make it happen. Habaneros, ghost peppers, scotch bonnet, jalapenos, any of those. I'm gonna wash them off, then I'm gonna cut them, and you know they're hot. And I'm wearing gloves. So I'm gonna cut off the stems. I can just pull them off. It's already starting to be fragrant up in here. Put these over here. That's how we're gonna do that. Don't touch these with your hands, and then don't touch any of the things you've used with your hands. You will be sorry. Your eyes will be sorry. Your private bits will be sorry. Alright. Someone gifted me these peppers. They went to a farmer's market here in town called the DeKalb County Farmer's Market. It's a beautiful market. They don't just sell produce, they sell anything you can find, might find in a regular grocery store, just basically organic, farm fresh stuff. Seafood. It's like the only places I can find smelts these days. Love smelts. I got a video of smelts. And smelts is just the kind of thing I would put this hot sauce on. And if you don't know what smelt is, it's just a tiny fish. That's great for frying. My mom used to make it all the time. Just dust it in a little flour and cornmeal, maybe a little Old Bay if you're feeling it. A little seasoned salt. Fry them up. They're little, they're crunchy. I always liken them to hot wings. The hot wings of fish. And if you ever fry up some small smelts in a big plate full of them, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna add the vinegar, the salt, and that's just regular table salt, and some minced garlic. I'm putting my glove back on. And I'm going to add the peppers in. We're going to get the heat on medium and bring the peppers to a boil. Okay guys, now that our vinegar and salt and garlic and peppers have come to a boil, I'm going to reduce this to low, and I'm let this cook until the peppers become soft. That's going to take 10 to 12 minutes. Guys, our peppers are soft. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to move this to the blender. Be super careful pouring this in. I don't want to splash it all around. Top on. I'm going to take a towel, kitchen towel, Fold it over, put it over the top, hold down. Guys, is ready. I'm getting some more gloves on here. These are disposable, thank goodness. Take this top off. Get it right in the sink. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you have sinuses, yeah, it will clear that right up. We know that's not gonna work. Let's try this. Now all we gotta do is put the tops on. And we got a bottle and a half, bottle and 3/4 from our peppers. We used about 20 of them. This will go great on fried food, chicken, pork chops, fish, or wherever you like hot sauce. But depending on the type of peppers you use, you want to be careful how much you use. Gloves. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. I can't wait to try this. First thing we're gonna do is take our egg and mix it with this water. We're making the dough for our patties. Now I'm gonna set this aside for a second. In our mini food processor, we're gonna add our flour. This thing costs about 30 bucks and I use it more than my KitchenAid food processor. Know about how these things are gonna go. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just easier to clean, it's less parts. Anyway, I digress. I'm gonna add the turmeric. This is what gives Jamaican patties that beautiful yellow color. You wanna be careful with turmeric because this stains like nobody's business. We have a little sugar, a little salt, and a little baking powder. I'm gonna put the top on. We're gonna mix this together. Now I'm gonna give our egg mixture one more whisk or stir with a fork. Now if I was using my food processor, my KitchenAid food processor, I would pour this through the chute with the food processor running. But this doesn't have a chute, so I'm gonna take it off, pour some in, tie it back on. Now I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna add our butter. think that's it. All right, here's our guy. Kind of pat it into a ball. Put it in here. Guys, here's our dough. I'm gonna cover it with a tea towel. And we're gonna get it in the refrigerator and leave it there for about an hour. Look how cool that looks. I'm gonna cut it. I'm not gonna use the seeds, and I'm only gonna use half of it. Cut it in half like that. Then slice it into it. And I'm gonna cut it this way, small bits. Then I'm gonna cut that. That pepper is in my throat. Cut down like that. The first thing I'm gonna do over here to get this filling started is get this heat on medium low. We're gonna add our butter and our vegetable oil. And we're going to melt the butter into the oil. The butter is starting to melt, and now we're gonna add our hot pepper. Now if you want to make this and you don't want it this hot, just use a jalapeno or half a jalapeno or no pepper at all. Yo! Okay. Garlic. And the only reason we can add the garlic at this stage is because our onions are cut so small that all this can soften together. So we're gonna stir and cook until these onions start to soften. Alright guys, this is just what we're looking for. Now we're gonna add the curry powder, the dry thyme, salt, sugar, and black pepper. We're gonna mix that in and cook and stir just a little bit so those spices have a chance to get a slight bit of toastiness to them. Smells terrific. In goes the ground beef. And we're gonna cook and stir and brown the ground beef. At this point, we have our meat brown. Completely brown. Now we're gonna add some beef broth. That goes in. Stir that in. Use good quality beef broth. Now we're gonna reduce this heat to low. And we're gonna cover it, and I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes. You didn't see what I did there. I think I wasn't filming. I turned off the heat, I added the breadcrumbs, and giving it a good stir. Little shimmy shake. And I'm gonna let this cool completely. It's in its cooling stage. You can see smoke still coming out. It hasn't started to cool yet, but you can see that those breadcrumbs are already starting to absorb some of the liquid. Also guys, this is the perfect time to preheat the oven. We have our dough ball. And we're gonna cut it in half. And basically we're just gonna cut it into 12 pieces. Now I'm just gonna roll out the dough into a 6-inch circle. Next we're gonna add a bit of the filling. Close it up. And I like to pull up from the bottom and close it off. I like to take a fork and go at it like that. Now we're gonna brush the patties with butter, get them on the baking sheet, get them in the oven and bake them for 20 minutes. I think I'm about to drop a tear. This is amazing. All right. You can find this and other fine recipes at chefkendra.weebly.com. That's chefkendra.weebly.com. Go to the recipe blog and I got you. That's all for this time. I'll see you next time. Chef Kendra is out. Peace. Man, that's good.